All right, there we go, guys. We're live and recording. Welcome back. This is the first stream in like the last month here. Happy New Year's to everybody in the PlayBit Discord. Fresh year, new starts, new trades, new profits. We're going to get it going just like we did last year. A lot of exciting news. I mean, first day of the year, very bullish day, I'm happy to say. We also got a sweet surprise by Luciano saying that he's going to release the 2022 playbook. As you guys know, of last year, we released another 2021 playbook in the beginning of January. It did exceptionally well for those of you who know it, so excited for that. Today, we got a nice stream layout. It's going to be fairly straightforward. We're going to go over some of December's plays. For those of you who want to go over some certain plays in December, we can go over those. A lot of these are still active. I actually think the only one that's like not active anymore is Solana. So we can go over why I don't have Solana anymore and what I'm going to put it into. We're going to go over my current sentiment on the market, especially mainly going over Bitcoin and the total market cap. After that, we'll get into what everyone is here for, my top cryptos going into 2022. Some of these I've already posted about. There's a list right here, but I'm going to go over them individually, explaining why I like each of them and why maybe you should get exposure to them if you don't have them already. So happy New Year, everyone. Welcome back. We're in Zoom for the first time, so hopefully this is a little bit better. I know we have 80 plus people in here today. This definitely wouldn't fit in Discord, so I'm glad we don't have to run around and do the have different people streaming this. So welcome back, guys. And if you're listening right now and you do want to ask me questions throughout the stream on certain topics that I cover, you can either ask me within crypto chat in the PlayBit Discord, or you can ask me within the Zoom chat. I don't know how to access it on where the device around, but if you can, I have it up on the side so I can see your guys' questions. Anyways, let's get started. So December was an interesting month. A 100% win rate, as we all know, did amazing. However, we did trade a lot more conservative than we did the previous month. And we can even pull up the recap here. We'll show you guys. December, I had about 26 plays closed, and I think I had 24 open. So 24 plays in the month of December opened. All of them were bangers. 2 plays came from previous months before that were closed in December. Obviously, we did good, but there was a few things that we did differently in December. The first week of December had COVID going into the second week, so I traded a lot more conservatively, which actually was to our benefit as the market was very choppy leading up until the 20th and to the 25th when we had that nice Santa rally where we had some of our biggest plays, and we can go back into the crypto archive and see the profits, but it was the best time Santa rally happened, and it was amazing. If we compare this to, where's the November recap? Here's the November recap. We had 50 plays opened and closed in the same month. So definitely we traded 50% less than the previous month, but to our advantage, we were able to hit every single one. Now, if you guys have any questions on certain plays that we had in December, we can see we have the picture here. Any plays we had in December, let me know. I think they're all fairly straightforward because what we did is just bought the dip, right? That's literally what we did. We'll go over Bitcoin sentiment during that period and what occurred. Let's go into it right now. So starting off December, and we can even go to like the monthly open and close here. This is the whole month. So these are just the monthly candles. We'll go over this really fast. This is November. So during this entire period, this is what we traded. We traded 50 different trades during this entire candle. And then the first opening candle coming into December, as we can see, obviously wasn't a very inviting one. Here is December 1st, December 2nd, 3rd, and then 4th. So the first 4 days of December were, fairly harsh to say the least. We had a very, very hard liquidation cascade. I think during this period there is, 15 to 20 billion in long liquidation. So a lot of money got lost during this period, and it flushed out a lot of the previous long traders from November, which is a good thing. Resetting the market is never a bad thing, but this gave us a lot of opportunities for new, for some new entries. Some of the main ones that you guys remember during this period, I think the first one we actually took was Luna, right? During this period, we'll go literally to the chart. This is the first week. So this is the first week of December, and we can see the difference here between Bitcoin and Luna. As I said, this is probably one of the strongest coins in the market right now, and we're going to cover this today. It's at $90 today, easily covering this rounded bottom here. I'm going to show you guys this. So here's the difference between Luna, right? This is the first week of December for Luna, and this is the first week of December for Bitcoin. So a harsh difference and a big divergence, right? Bitcoin lost about 30% of its value in the first 7 days of December, while during the first 7 days of December, Luna held its weight the entire time, even going up 22% and then giving it back the next week. And this is where we started buying. I think we started buying like $63. One of the main things I want you guys to take away from market dips, and I have all of these tips that I give you guys when the market crashes and corrects itself heavily, there's a few things you want to do. And the number one thing, if you're going to take anything away from managing yourself through a dip, is finding the coins that are outperforming the majors. So the coins that are outperforming Bitcoin and the coins that are outperforming Ethereum, right? During this time, those alts are getting money inflow from the outflow from the major. So as Bitcoin was losing 30% of its value, this is flowing into Luna, this was flowing into AVAX, this is flowing into CRV and MATIC, all these coins that were green during the time that the entire market was red. So this is a very easy technique you can use to figure out where you should be putting your money during a period of correction, because this is an entire month. Let's go here. This is an entire month of data for Bitcoin. This entire period. But we still hit a 100% win rate when 99% of the time I was entering long positions, right? This is normally not something that should happen. And the only reason this was able to occur was because we were finding the coins that were outperforming during this period, the coins with the best social sentiment, with the best setups while the market was selling off. Easiest way to put it, find the coins that are holding up during the sell-off. Number one thing to do during a dip. So I see a few questions right now. There's only one, but this is the easiest one to answer. One of the last trades I put out was Bitcoin dominance. And I get this question actually quite a bit, like what is Bitcoin dominance and how is this traded and how are you able to trade it? So if you're on Coinbase, if you're on KuCoin, I don't think they actually offer this derivative. So you guys aren't going to be able to trade this with me. But if you're on Binance with me, you can trade Bitcoin dominance. I was trading longs on Bitcoin dominance during this period. We were testing out to see if technical analysis actually worked on this asset class. It did a little bit. We were able to make some good gains on it, stopped out at break even. So this wasn't eligible for the trade recap, but Bitcoin dominance is simply the derivative pairing between the total market cap and how much of the total market cap Bitcoin is dominating. So if we look at this chart here, Bitcoin.D, this is going to show you over time how much of the total crypto market is Bitcoin, solely Bitcoin. So right now I think we're sitting at 40% of the entire total market cap for cryptocurrencies is contained with Bitcoin. So this moves up and down, and there's a few general ideas with using this derivative to understand when alt season comes or when it's time to move back into the majors like Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I have it listed here on the screen to make it a little bit easier for you guys, but this has been consistent since the beginning of the year, right? Since May, and this is probably a little bit over almost 300 days here. For about 250 days, this has been the case where once we get towards the 40% level for Bitcoin, when Bitcoin makes up 40% of the market cap, it normally starts to move back to the 49 to 50% correction level. And the only thing you need to understand with Bitcoin dominance is as Bitcoin dominance moves up past 40%, your altcoins are going to be losing value because money is moving out of altcoins and into Bitcoin to push the market cap up, right? So that's all you need to know. Now, we were trading this a few times, and I still think Bitcoin dominance still has one more push in it. As you can see, consistently over time, back in May, we had one of the largest pushes from the Bitcoin dominance from 40% up to 50%. Again, in September, and again, we're in the same level here, and this is why I had longs on it. I think we still have one more push before the inevitable bleed from Bitcoin dominance below 40%, which we haven't seen in, I want to say 3 years. I don't want to be mistaken here. Yeah, 3 years. So 2018 was the last time we saw these levels. And this is really all Bitcoin dominance can do, is continually bleed, because as crypto becomes more popular and more people start figuring out the altcoins that have more value than Bitcoin, that has more utility, that has more real use case, Bitcoin dominance can only go down because more money will be leaving the majors, because it takes more economic power to move Bitcoin forward. It takes more economic power to do a 2x in Bitcoin than it does to take a 2x in, let's say, CRV or something, right? So over time, I do expect Bitcoin dominance to bleed fairly heavily. All right, so you guys know the recap. I don't really know if there's anything I should be going over here. We have almost all these except for Sol. Sol is the one that I did sell completely on my spot in my futures. I think Sol, for those that are Sol maxis, you guys should probably keep it, but I've ridden Sol from $3 all the way up to $200. I don't know if there's much more that I need from this. I think that it's made its parabolic moves that a lot of other coins are waiting on doing right now. So let's do a comparison between these two charts, because there's two I want to show you guys that, this may change your mind if you're a Solana holder, or you have a lot of Solana in your port and you might want to move this to something else. And I think you guys know what I'm going to do here. It's going to be the MATIC chart. So the MATIC chart has had one of its major breakouts already. We've been writing this for quite some time here. It almost is identical to the same exact chart during the same periods. So when Sol broke out in July, right, MATIC was at one of its lowest points of all time now. Solana has done its, I think this was 3x. Yes, Solana did its 4x. MATIC right now, I think MATIC's only at a 2x from its recent breakout, not even a 2x yet. So, and the narrative for MATIC is continually growing and growing and growing right now. And it's sitting at all-time highs. One of the reasons that I started selling Solana and moving my profits from Solana into MATIC is simply because of this chart here. Solana's had its breakout. Solana's had its utility and narrative built. A lot of the buying the news has already occurred. A lot of the the NFT marketplaces that were going to come out, that we were hearing about for weeks and weeks and weeks, came out. There's no new developments. There's no new narrative for Solana anymore. So there's no more reason for me to buy it. MATIC, on the other hand, hasn't really outperformed as much as I would like it this year. So I think there's more speculation and more utility use case in MATIC to own than there is Solana. So all of my Solana, it's been moved into MATIC. And I think most of you have done this since we've been doing it over the past month. Now, I do want to go over a few of my favorite coins. Let's see if that's in the next one. Oh, that's right after this. We're going to go over Bitcoin sentiment, what I think Bitcoin's going to do the first month going into 2022, what I think we should do. And then we'll get into my main cryptos, which will be my favorite part of the stream, because a few of them I am heavily invested in right now, as some of you may be as well, because we are in a lot of them. And yes, those asking if the stream will be recorded, be about an hour long. I'll post up on YouTube after, don't worry about it. Anyways, let's go over the Bitcoin sentiment, because we got to finish this one, then get into the juicy part of the stream that everyone wants, top coins and whatnot. What am I buying? Yada, yada, yada. So Bitcoin has been ranging and been neutral for, I want to say about 4 weeks. So the entire month of December, right? December was a nuke, right? Down into the range. The nuke was passed. We did the last stream on December 3rd, I think. So last stream was literally this candle right here. This was the last day I streamed. I said I wanted like 5% drop. We'll fall under the 200 EMA, and hopefully we'll stagnate around here, maybe break it back above it. Then 2 days later, I think we dropped, what is this, 20%? So a little bit more than what I was expecting. And now we are under one of the biggest supply zones that I tell you guys about, is that 200 EMA on the daily. We're underneath this. And this was also like one of the key elements that you could have used to get out of longs back in, I think this was, yeah, this was the Santa rally here. So the Santa rally going up, literally Christmas Day being like one of the top of the ranges for Bitcoin. One of the ways that you could have understood how to get out of this trade, in which we did. I mean, we can go back in Crypto Archive. I started selling literally everything day before Christmas, Christmas Day, and the day after, because of this exact scenario. And for those that actually aren't very familiar with my techniques with the 200 EMA, I'll show you guys right here. Over time, literally since September, which was also one of our worst months. September every single year, remember this going in 2022, was usually a very bad month for cryptocurrency and tech stocks in the stock market. As you can see here, the 200 EMA was broken in August, which got us out of the previous crash range, broke the 200 EMA, came back down, tested it, held it one more time, and then we revisited it, obviously, in the beginning of December. We broke down from this level. And once you break down from a key level that was being used as demand before, there's only one thing it can turn into, right? If a key demand level is broken and you retest it, there's only one thing it turns into, and that's gonna be supply. And that's exactly what occurred here, right? We broke down and we turned right back into supply. This means that there is a lot of coin being offloaded at this exact level. And until we can exhaust all of the supply at these levels, we're not gonna break as we use as resistance for the rest of the time, right? And we can also see that the daily and the daily in the 4-hour 200 EMA using the PV EMA obviously makes this a little bit easier to look at. We can see that this was picture perfect on the sell limits, right? And this is where we start selling. You can even go back into the archive here. I just want to show you guys this as like, this is something that I think everybody needs to have on their indicator list. Let's find the day. Because I remember I sold Atom this day, which might have been a mistake because Atom is blown up, but I did sell my Atom futures here. Yeah, here it is. 27th, we started closing out all of the futures positions, and then I started closing out my Sol as well. As I said before, I do think MATIC outperformed Sol. We'll get into that in the next portion here. So as you can see, the 27th, I mean, I can't make this up. We got the double retest. We got the first retest of the 4-hour 200 EMA. Obviously, we found supply here. We came back, tested again. Now we have the double top plus the supply plus the daily 200 EMA supply. There was over 3 confluences, and actually, I think there was a 4th confluence on the daily. Yeah. So if we look here, those of you that use the stochastic RSI, we were overbought heavily. So we had 4 different reasons for us to start leaving all of our trades and taking profits before, something bad happens, which inevitably, occurred. As you can see, then you have a 10% drop in Bitcoin after that. So beautiful trade to get out, right? Not all great trades are making money, but some great trades are protecting your income and your profits from the previous week. So that is a few reasons why we did that. 1 confluence, stochastic, 2 confluence, daily 200 EMA, plus double top, plus 4-hour 200 EMA. Great trade to get out. So I hope this helps you guys understand, next time that we come up to these it's going to be the exact same thing. Next time Bitcoin comes up to this level here, right? If we come back up to this 200 EMA on the 4-hour, again, that's going to be used as supply until we break over this level. We break over, we retest, and we find volume again. I still think that we're in this, neutral bearish trend to the downside. So until it breaks, still sitting neutral. And that's where I sit with Bitcoin right now. Right now, with Bitcoin, there really hasn't been much. Not much has happened. As you can see, this is an entire month. All of these candles is one entire month of data. Not much has happened. There's no new highs. Here are the relevant highs. Highs weren't broken. You triple topped on them. No range break. Here are the relevant lows with this rectangle box that I have here. It was never broken either. We tested it many times, found demand, demand. What is this? 6 different times we found demand at the same level. So we're just trading within a range right now. We're trading within this 10% range. And most likely what's going to continue happening until we break the lows, manipulate the lows, and then find our expansion from stopping out a bunch of the short traders, or, we break the 200 EMA on the 4-hour. So that's where my sentiment is right now. And really isn't where I want to focus the stream on, because I don't think Bitcoin is something I'm going to be trading right now. That's where I have all the alts that are going to come in shortly, because I do think the alts are outperforming. And I can show you guys this with one simple chart. And this is going to be taking the derivative of whatever asset you want. If you guys want to do CRV, we'll do CRV and we'll derive it in Bitcoin. And we'll see a breakout here, right? Before we even enter the chart, we'll obviously see a massive breakout here because CRV has been outperforming. And I said this last stream, if you guys want to understand how you are going to find altcoins that are going to outperform during bearish trends like this, you're sitting neutral on Bitcoin. People who just trade Bitcoin are probably very bored during this period. You have to scalp and you have to take trades very fast and take profits even faster. So during this period, if you just trade Bitcoin, you're probably bored and probably upset with the market because it's been an entire month of you just scalp trading. Now, there's one method. Take your whatever asset it is. Someone give me an altcoin right now, and we'll do this live right now. So we'll just take whatever your favorite altcoin is. We'll derive it in Bitcoin, and this will show you, is it going to outperform Bitcoin during this period by breaking out of a certain key level? And if so it is, trade that instead of Bitcoin. And that's what we did, trading all the different altcoins. The first one I saw was AVAX by Hunter. So we will do that. We'll do AVAX, derive it in Bitcoin. I know this one's going to break out as well, because the AVAX was outperforming during the exact same period that Bitcoin was underperforming in December. So as we can see on the 4-hour here, obviously range has been beautiful. We've had this perfect secular 200 EMA on the 4-hour being used as support. We got this bounce 3 days ago here. I mean, this trend, and we can go on the daily here. This is easy to trade, guys. This trend right here on AVAX, extremely easy to trade, especially if you're deriving this, in Bitcoin, because it's a little bit cleaner than the USD chart. You have your highs from September. Obviously, this is where the major supply was. And as I said, again, what is the main thing you want to look for when you find a key point of resistance? You're going to be selling at the resistance. But if it does inevitably break out and turns it into a new demand like it did here, it comes back down, right? And you had a falling wedge into the support, which is even more beautiful. It's like 2 of my favorite confluences to go long. You falling wedge into the support from September, and then you have your blast off. And then, AVAX went from, I think, $90 to, I don't know, 120. We'll look at, I forgot where we bought it at, but we'll clout collect now. So we literally bought this one. I don't think we bought this one at the bottom exactly, but we did buy this one. Here we go. There we go. And this was a day where we actually bought some pretty key coins too, like AVAX, DOT, and Atom. You know, betting Atom at 25 bucks, DOT at 30 bucks, AVAX at 91. All did really well for us. And, you know, another main reason behind this is, you know, Bitcoin was not performing during this time. So we had to find other coins that were going to outperform it. And that's something you can do. So Hunter, in the event that you hold a lot of Bitcoin and you want to find something that's going to outperform, just derive it in a larger asset that's taking over a dominance, you know, a bit larger dominance point of the market, which is Bitcoin, and obviously having 40% dominance over the entire market right now. We'll do Link too, and just to show you how Link's been doing. I honestly am not sure how this chart's going to look because I don't trade Link anymore. Actually, we went over this one early December and nothing has happened. So this is another reason why I'm not trading Link, because Link doesn't move. Link does not move. There hasn't been any new developments, and I'm sorry for those that hold a lot of Link. You know, it's a lot of bad news to hear, but Link needs a new narrative case. Link needs staking or something to increase the amount of holders and increase the amount of, you know, circulating supply that gets taken out. Because at the moment, I think it's one of the worst, I don't want to say the worst performing asset of 2021, but it hasn't been doing well, right? So this chart though isn't necessarily the worst, because if you are a Link holder, you've already gone through the troughs. You've already gone through the troughs of the market, of the August highs, you know, not destroying your asset, but you've underperformed 80% to Bitcoin. And then again in May, you underperformed again by 65%. So it's not been a good time for a lot of Link holders, but there is some sunshine on the other side of the rainbow here for you. And you are coming up to a key breakout. And this might be actually where I start paying more attention to Link, because we can see here, we have the downtrend and we have the clear relevant highs that we have not been able to break yet, right? And I'm just going to highlight these with a horizontal ray so you guys will understand where these are at. So these are like all your key levels, right? If you're trading Link, right, and it's against the Bitcoin pair, you have a bunch of key levels coming here. Once you break out of this descending triangle into, you know, to be, you know, completely frank, this chart is quite beautiful now at the moment, being towards the bottom of the range. You know, this is literally 1 year ago today where Link was compared to Bitcoin. We are at the exact same price. So you are able to buy an asset that is the exact same price that it was a year ago in a market that has 50x most of the coins, which is a beautiful thing. And obviously this demand has been held for years. This is 2019. This is being held now as demand. This is actually a pretty good chart. We should probably keep our eyes on Link, because the breakout coming up against Bitcoin, this will most likely outperform Bitcoin in the next few, I want to say next few months. Staking announced for this year for Link. That's awesome, because that will help us break out and we'll actually get, you know, we'll be able to make some good money from Link. Otherwise it's a underperforming asset. Okay. So I showed you guys how to figure out during dips what coins you're going to trade that are breakout coins, right? Because obviously we don't want to trade Bitcoin during this trend trap. At least I don't personally. And we'll go back into this real quick just to give emphasis to what this means. This is Bitcoin on the 4-hour. I don't know about you guys. There's a few opportunities in here for plays, right? You could buy the breakout right up to the 400, short it from the 200 EMA. There's a few plays to be had here, but there's not enough plays for me to be happy with this asset to trade this for an entire month. This is when you go to a different asset class like CRV, and CRV has been a beauty with several entry points being given over time in December. I mean, just absolutely beautiful. Daily 200 EMAs, you know, is one of my favorite techniques, given time and time again. And as we can see here, obviously this is coming up to its a major breakout, and we'll go over why CRV is also on my list for major coins that you should be owning. But relevant high here, obviously we get the November gets the nice breakout here, and then you come up to December 1st, and then unfortunately the major trend gets broken because Bitcoin sold off 30%. So all altcoins will pretty much invalidate all their TA. Again, 200 EMA held. And we end up buying this. We'll go back here. Just for those of you that are new, literally to show you guys the proof of, you know, the days that we were buying these things, buying them on the dips. We'll go to the main one. Here we go. The main day, December 11th, right? This is like the big day for us, right? Because this is where we started buying the top 10 coins. ETH. I'm not going to name them off. They're all on the screen here, but this is where we started buying everything, right? So this is the day where I definitely wanted to get some of this CRV. We'll go to December 11th, which is right in this cluster. So I mean, December 11th is on the dot of one of the bottom ranges here. and we get to write it up. I think CRV is currently at like 85%. So CRV is approaching a 2x soon, which is beautiful. And for those of you that aren't exposed, this is a good time to go into it. We do have one of these major breakouts. I'm using the Binance charts here for the first day wick. It had up to 22 bucks. As much as I like to say that the first day listing wicks don't really matter, I'm going to use it today just because it makes more sense for a breakout, and the breakout is occurring on this level. And so here we go, the major breakout into near all-time highs, at least 52-week all-time highs. If you don't have exposure to Curve, or you don't know what Curve Finance is, and you haven't looked into the DeFi protocols behind this, please do yourself a favor and get some exposure. CRV is not done here. CRV still has a lot more room to go. And I honestly am betting on double digits in 2022 for Curve Finance. I think it's going to be the leading asset for DeFi coming into the first quarter of 2022. And this will bring me in a DeFi pulse, and why I want to bring up these lending protocols and the different amounts of staking stables that have been deposited over the last 6 months. So that, I don't think I'm going to go over any more of the December recap. We did our current sentiment for Bitcoin, which is, it's ranging still. There isn't much to say about this. It's still ranging. I don't think that there's much that's going to be going on for the first quarter. There's a few things that you're going to watch that are going to give you an indication of something big is going to happen, right? This is breaking the lows, which is 45.7K. So 45.7K on Bitcoin breaks, I'm going to look to be a buyer within the mid-range here of these wicks, right? Because again, this is the same technique that I went over in the previous dip, which was back in, what was this? Early 2021 in May, I think it was. And this technique is following a long liquidation cascade. I'm going to sort this out by colors for you guys. You get price manipulated into the lows. I think actually here we have I have this somewhere in here. We're just bringing it up because I talked about this twice already. And now we may get the occurrence of this reaction I've been looking for. Let's try to find this. And then I'll go over it again. Here it is. December 20th. So one of the main things I was looking for was a reaction to these lows, right? You get these bear flags, which a lot of people are looking to take longs out of. So you break down from here, get the long liquidation cascade, and you reset the entire market, right? If billions of dollars are getting liquidated through these harsh liquidation cascades, it's resetting the market and opening up more value for people to go long. And this is what I'm looking for now that Bitcoin is at the bottom of the range again, because right now you are scalping Bitcoin and you aren't really doing any range swing trading breakouts yet, at least. For the altcoins, it's completely different. And I think there's some that I want to show you guys that are on the verge of a major breakout that I'm buying right now. But to go over this, the main idea behind this, which last time we didn't get it, hopefully it happens this time, is you fall back into a range, right? All people, everyone in the market who is a long trader, which means they're buying in anticipation for price to go up, is buying at these lows, and they're putting stop losses right below here, right? If you're trading Bitcoin, I can almost guarantee you that your stop losses are right in this area. There is no doubt in my mind that 99% of the long traders who are trying to trade longs in this setup have stop losses in this area represented by the tiny lines I made. Now, the best thing that can happen here is for us to get rid of those stop losses, right? And the idea behind this is to drop price into the zone, right? Drop price below the most obvious point where a lot of traders are placing their stops. So drop price down into where all these stop losses is and free up a ton of liquidity, liquidate a bunch of accounts, and then we can start our expansion phase, right? Because the number one thing that happens is you liquidate a lot of these traders, you stop out a whole bunch of people, and then what you do is you start marking the price up, SMC concept, mark the price up here. And then as soon as price gets marked back above where their entries were again, now everyone who got stopped out becomes the artificial buying pressure. And now they start buying back because they're FOMOing in, and this squeezes the price up. And this is what I'm looking for in Bitcoin. Hopefully this is what occurs, because this is going to give a lot of people who have been FOMOing recently and not being able to catch these dips another opportunity to get back in. Now, as I said again, Bitcoin's not my main target, and now we can move into the juicy part that everyone's here for. Some of my main coins I'm looking at. Now, save your guys' main coins. We'll go into that at the end. We'll talk about your coins, whether I like them or not, because I'll do TA and all of them. But we're going to go for some of my main ones. As you guys know, what is my main coin right now? My main coin right now, there's a certain coin that's like my main one right now. It's on the screen. So yeah, a lot of you probably know this. BNB. I've been buying BNB. I was buying BNB before Christmas. I'm buying it again today and yesterday and the day before. It's at the same price it was but I'm going to go over why I'm buying this and why I think this is deserving of a massive breakout coming. And I know BNB is up like, I want to say 10x for the year. I think it's up 10x for the year right now. I don't care how much is up for the year. I think this can still go parabolic. Luna is up 30, I think 3,000x. And I was buying Luna at 60. It doesn't matter. You can still make money off these that are up very, very high percentages on the year. I see some of you guys saying you're heavy holding BNB too. I am like very, very heavy in BNB, like probably more than I should be, but I'm confident in the trade. I'm confident in the trade. And this is probably another psychological technique I need to tell you guys about is, even though I'm heavy into this trade right now, I don't think anyone else should be heavy unless you have conviction as, high as my conviction is, because one of the basis to trading consistently over time and being able to net large percent gains is holding for a long period of time and netting the entire move. A few ways that you're going to be able to do this is having conviction in your analysis, understanding everything that can happen and following the highest probability outcome, right? Just me saying that I'm heavy in this trade isn't going to give you a lot of conviction unless you understand this. And this is what I'm about to try to help you guys understand why I'm heavy in this trade, to help you guys build your conviction and help you understand how I came to the conclusion on BNB, so you guys can go and chart your own coins and come to the conclusion on some of your own and build your own conviction. Because at the end of the day, I want you guys to become independent traders, or at the bare minimum, understand how to read charts so we can all share analysis with each other and find bangers. So let's get into it. Why do I like BNB? First off, BNB is a strong fundamental coin. Obviously, it's the Binance coin. It is where a lot of the shit coins were born and birthed, and rose like a phoenix from the ashes during the shit coin eras. We've had several of those over the last year. BNB was a main proponent component to building those coins. Some our members have built before, so it's really cool to see that. But besides the fundamentals of it being a very strong asset, being a very strong coin on Binance, you can use it to reduce your fees. There's a lot of buying pressure on this. There's a lot of reasons to buy this and use it for something. So there's a lot of utility behind this, but not even that being my main concern of this being a good trade. It's in the analysis, and it's probably one of the easiest charts to read. And I'm going to show you guys exactly why this is easy to read and how you guys can come to this, conclusion by yourself. First off, in August and September, we held fairly well, but we couldn't break any highs. As we can see, as we zoom in here, there's an easy level to determine that we can't break. What is this? And I say this a lot. When you find support and resistance or supply and demand, a lot of the time, these levels are at literally whole numbers. And this is at $500 even. You sell off, you sell off, you sell off, you sell, you sell, you sell. There's somebody selling a lot of BNB here, and inevitably you break down heavily until the bottom of the trend. So put your rectangle here or put your line, just do something to show yourself that in the future, when price comes up to this exact level, there's a high chance that it rejects again until it breaks out. And again, we can see throughout BNB's history in December, when it started breaking down in ranges, it produced key support and resistance that were then held up again, right? As you can see here, look how clean this is. Boom, boom, resistance, very easy. What is this, 430 bucks? And again, a month later, it holds up perfectly again. And as we can see, let's go to the bottom of the range. When people started buying, boom, boom, broke down, and then you reject it, right? The breakdown to the rejection textbook. I think BNB, if I'm not mistaken, is literally the easiest coin to read in the market. As long as the past 6 months have been, as you can see, broke down, breaks up, retest, you find buyers again. I think we can all agree this is probably one of the most satisfying charts because of how easy it is to read and how consistent all price levels have been since August. So this is 4 months of very consistent price patterns. And we're going to get into what's about to happen now and how this is, consistently held up over time. Let's use, there's a better indicator here. Here we go. We'll use these. As you can see, resistance around 500 bucks. And then we finally get the major breakout, which is on Halloween. This is literally Halloween day. So actually the day before Halloween, boom, BNB has exhausted all buyers. So all sellers that were here in August have now been exhausted. They've probably sold all of the coins they wanted. They're happy with the profits they've taken. And now we are allowed to overcome the supply, and now demand takes over. Obviously demand takes over, and you're going to find buyers at the exact same level that you were selling off before. Does everyone understand this key concept? Does everyone understand this concept of the supply? Right, there's a bunch of people selling here. The supply finally gets exhausted. They all sell. And now finally the demand for this asset can overtake the amount of supply there is. The basic economics, price can only go up from that point. This is a very basic concept to understand, but a very powerful one, as you could use this basic concept as your only trading tool and be very consistent long term. Beautiful. I'm glad you guys know. So now that we understand this concept, let's move a little bit more closer to the current day, and let's see what's going on. Obviously, the sellers have been exhausted and the demand has overcome, and then BNB goes on its rampage, breaks out, moves 30%. Beautiful, right? Now, BNB has been downtrending for the past, I want to say, what is this, November, past 2 months. So 2 months, BNB has been downtrending. However, there's been several opportunities here and several key instances where we can understand that there's buyers now at a key level. And they're literally at where they were previously buying before. So buyers have now shown up at where they were selling BNB before, right at $500. Now, usually when a key level gets hit this many times over and over and over and over, it's like knocking at a door, and eventually the door is going to break, just like it did here at 500, and you broke up 30%. But we have a few confluences on why this will not break down, even though it's been testing the same level over and over, like it's smashing the door down, right? First things first, you have the 200 EMA below this. It's already marked up consistently. 200 EMA is only about, I want to say 10% away, even less, 8%. Absolutely beautiful. And I have limits down here. If you guys want to check, 2 days ago, I started putting limits in this. And in the event that it breaks down, I'll be ready for it because we'll be able to get filled automatically right here. We have new limits, 496 and 485. So I can buy BNB if it breaks this level, because I almost can guarantee that it will bounce from the 200 EMA. Plus it's going to bounce from this visible range, which is this massive volume shelf. Now, I've been buying above this level because I still think that 500 is strong enough, in addition to the major stochastic crossover here at the bottom. And this is a major indicator I use because it's actually statistically proven. This is one of the most consistent indicators in the entire game. If you're going to use a basic indicator, it's going to be stochastic. We are crossing over on the daily, which means, as you can see, it's fairly easy to understand what this, how this indicator works. Crosses over the top. This means it's overbought and it's due for a retrace, as it was here. And now we're crossing on the bottom as we're due for a retrace back to the top side, as we are here. So we have tons of confluences to buy the fuck out of this coin, as I'm doing right now. Also, I think we have a bullish divergence here. We don't need too many confluences. I think we got just enough. But does everyone understand how the supply got exhausted, demand flipped, and we've been holding this for over 2 months now? Also, we could also say that we got like a wedge here, right? You can also say that price is coming down into the wedge, just like we do with Link. We got the relative highs. It's coming in, keeps pressing this level, and eventually we break out, which is beautiful, which is absolutely beautiful. And I'm heavy in it, and I don't know what else to say. It's just, I like the trade. I like the coin. It is literally beautiful. And once we get towards the end of the stream, which we might be near it, I don't know where we're at in time. It doesn't matter. We'll keep going. We'll go for your guys' coins, and I'll show you why BNB is better than 90% of the coins you're going to ask me to look at, because most charts don't look like this right now. Anyways, I hope everyone understands why I have conviction in BNB. I also want to show you guys where BNB is going to sell off, because, as I said, part of trading is obviously making great profits, but is also taking profits at the proper times. So a few things you can do to understand where BNB is going to sell off, right? Which is necessary in trading. So we understand when to get out, because just buying something and holding for your entire life, what is it called? HODL, HODL, hodling. Hodling is, it was like manufactured by like the crypto community. I think it's a terrible concept to do. You should never hodl and pray that your coins are gonna go up, because 90% of them don't. But you should be taking profits along the way. And I preach this month in and month out. Like, a lot of you who are hurt by the dips were not taking profits with us, right? If you were taking profits with me literally in December at the perfect times, you'll outperform consistently and see a profit month to month, which is the goal. Make money every month. Anyways, these are gonna be the levels that we're gonna sell off at. I can pretty much guarantee this. There's so much supply at each of these levels here. And 200 EMA on the 4 hour, the PB EMA, I'm almost certain that we're gonna sell off here again. So once we get towards this level. The 200 EMA on the 4-hour is pretty much going to merge with this trend line we have here. It's going to prove to be fairly hard to break through. So it's probably going to be late. Let's give it an estimate here. Probably late January. Obviously, I hope it doesn't take that long, but late January, I probably assume that we get the breakout in BNB. And if we don't, I got the limits below $500 where I'll start buying more of it. So I see a bunch, and let me give you guys like the exact numbers here. Obviously, we're at a key level right now. Current price right now as I'm talking. Looks like we could triple top here at 530 bucks. Let's call it 525. 525 bucks. It looks like we could triple top here because previously one of the major bottoms, as you guys can see, you're going to mark this level on your charts, right? You're going to mark this level because you have a nice expansion move up, and then you have this down, and then you have like the most bullish candle in the last, week. I don't know how much volume was here. You have 378. Okay, so you must have like 500,000 BNB traded in this single candle here. You're going to want to know that this is a key level because once it bounced here, the buyers were found immediately. So mark this level because if this breaks down, obviously a harsh breakdown. And as you can see here, we found buyers once before, we found buyers again, and then we break down. And as soon as you have a level where buyers were being found at before, and then now they are not being found at, and they're becoming supply, and they're becoming people who are adding to the supply, now it's resistance. So we had to wait. If BNB breaks this, very bullish, because if BNB can break over this and retest it, you guys should be buying. If you don't have any, you guys should be buying this consistently if this event occurs. I think you can probably get this price. I don't know if it's going to break out today. We got to wait and see. But if it breaks down, start buying it within that range below this, because once it does break this 525 range, then it starts heating up. And once you zoom out, like every time I look at the BNB chart, and I don't want to talk about BNB all day because I know some of you are going to start over leveraging and like putting your whole fucking house on this trade. But one of the most beautiful in the market. Anyways, we should stop talking about this. We spent way too much time on it. MATIC. We'll move over to MATIC now. I'm going to look to see if there's any questions in here. Please link the stochastic. Stochastic's a built-in indicator. You just go here. Oh wait, this is the wrong one. All of these are, most of the indicators of these are built-ins, except for it's the first one. What else? Just full ported BNB. Please God, no. Who the fuck who named themselves PlayBit LLC? I'm banning this guy. Yeah, please don't sell your house on BNB. I probably honestly did myself a disservice by talking about it so much, but hey, shit, I like it. I like the trade. Oh, that's Glacier Boy, my bad. I never knew that you guys had your names like that. No, it's all good, but please don't. Anyways, let's talk about MATIC. So how many of you own MATIC? I should see yeses everywhere. If not, if you say no, it's okay. I'll show you guys where to buy, but most of us should have MATIC. I mean, fuck, I love MATIC. I love the trade. Because I said this in the beginning too, if you weren't here, like MATIC is ready for the outperformance. AVAX, Luna, Solana, they all had these occurrences. Where can we hold on? Where can we compare this? Maybe this will work. Maybe I'll give you guys a better understanding of how this. That's not going to work. That is not going to work. Anyways, let's look at the fucking weekly time frame here. What happened? Hold on, the chart's fucked. Hold on, let me reset this. Go to the weekly. Boom. This looks like shit. It looked a lot better like 30 seconds ago. Hold on. There we go. This is what I want to show you guys. I don't know how it changed like that. Anyways, here's the whole weekly frame. Consolidation all throughout 2019 up until 2020. Boom, you get your expansion move. But it is ready. Ascending triangle on the weekly time frame with a narrative that's strong, right? Like holy shit. And we'll pull this down here to show you guys that where the weekly was closing before was used as major supply. And we'll zoom in on this. Look at this right here. So this is where the weekly was closing. Weekly was closing. Boom. 1 week, it can't get above, what is this? $1.80. The second week, it can't get above $1.80. The third week, it can't get above $1.80. The fourth week, it can't get above $1.80. Obviously, a ton of supply here. Boom. Again, in August, it can't get above the exact same level. Again, we start to trickle above this. We start to test the limits of how many people are still selling here. Sell off one more time, curate the beautiful trend up into the ascending triangle, and then we break out. And then for the weeks preceding the breakout, we hold above it on the weekly, we hold above it on the weekly, and then we have the expansion move last week. So the last week of December, we have the expansion move, right? This was so 37% move, like chef's kiss, absolutely fantastic. And now I'm expecting more. So even more from this. I know, like, how can you expect more from this coin that's already done so much? The chart says it all. It's ready for its next breakout. I think if you don't own it, it's about time to build exposure. If you can build exposure closer to $2, I think it's better for you, but I don't know if we have that much downside. It's a 20%. Okay, the downside's fairly large. So you had 20% downside. I think accumulating at these highs is still fine to me because this should be breaking out even further. But if you're risk adverse, you either wait for the major breakout, right, above $2.70. I don't know, this might be 10%, 7% away. You can wait for that. I think accumulating here is fine. If you don't have MATIC, I think BNB is better because BNB is at a level below its all-time highs. So we have a better R&R, but MATIC very strong. Does everybody understand? Do not full port everything. I will go through 99% of the coins in the market I don't want to buy. So I'm only going over the coins I want to buy right now. So it might sound like I'm saying the whole market is bullish. It is absolutely not. There's only some coins that are very bullish, and it's the ones I'm buying. Maybe biased, but that's just how it goes. Does everyone understand how MATIC has a beautiful weekly time frame and is ready for its next expansion move? I need to compare this to like what Luna did. Got to compare this to something to give you guys a good idea here. Luna didn't really have. Okay, I'll compare it to this. It's not exactly the same, so bear with me here. Obviously, Luna took off heavily, but it had one of the exact same reference points. You consolidate, you drop. It just dropped 80%. And I do want to collect my clout points because I bought Luna at the fucking bottom. Thank you very much. I fucking can prove it. I'm collecting clout points. This literally made me so much fucking money. It was insane. We got to collect these points. Hold on, boys. This is why you buy the dip on the strong coins. If Luna drops 80% of the day, you fucking buy it, boys. Where is it? Boom. Boom. $4 drops 80%. Fucking yam that. Yeah, so this coin made us a bunch of money, but that's not the reason behind this. The reason is I want to compare this to MATIC. Maybe the TA isn't exactly the same, but it had the same thing. Consolidated for a while, for a few months, and then broke out even while it was sitting above. What is this? Even it was sitting 8,000%. I wonder if this is 8,000% too. That was 100%. Okay. MATIC is sitting 8,000% above. Obviously, its cent range that it had on Binance. Same thing with Luna. It was sitting at least 2x above, broke out, and then had its huge expansion move, which was, I think, double the gain. Yeah, it was almost a 3x move. So double the gain of the previous accumulation to expansion. We'll look at AVAX. I'm trying to find, I don't know what coin looks exactly like the MATIC weekly. It might be AVAX. MATIC just looks too clean. Maybe it's not even kind of. Anyways, I'm trying to find one that looks identical for some people that like want to see something that looks picture perfect. Doesn't look like I'll find one, but look at this. Same thing. This actually, this looks like BNB. So you have weekly closes consistently at, what is this, $54, and then you expand. So the thing to take away here is the understanding that, you know, we're sitting at all-time highs, and I see a lot of the time, like, people are very, very scared to buy near an all-time high range. Very scared to buy near the all-time high range, which I don't think is very safe for a lot of people to do, because you'll miss out on things like this. The huge expansions, when you move into price discovery, you'll miss out. Also, by the dips, they normally pay a lot better than the all-time high buys, but there we go. So anyways, MATIC, very bullish. I own a fucking, but it is, if I'm not mistaken, MATIC is my #1 position right now. Futures, my #1 position is BNB. Okay, dude, getting some good volume on Bitcoin here. Now, dude, I'm spending too much time on these ones. We're going to CRV. I actually already did CRV. I'm not doing CRV again. Atom, we'll do Atom because we own Atom from 29 bucks to 24 bucks, 22 bucks, and then we just had the breakout sitting at 36 now. We'll go over this, why it's been so strong and why it's been breaking out. Obviously, the dip hasn't treated Atom too fairly because I started buying. I want to say I bought Atom. I literally bought Atom here, like at the top, and then we ended up dropping, and I had to buy MATIC again, or buy Atom again here, and then I think this is our closest buy the bottom. So we bought throughout this range, and then we had, obviously we had the beautiful breakout until today. I don't have futures on it anymore, unfortunately, but I think we're up from the average 50%. But what I want to go over on Atom is not just how much money we made, but how much those of you who missed it can still make, right? Get in on this trade. And I'm going to go over the breakout that occurred, the major breakout, at least. There's been several different ones on MATIC's micro timeframes, but the major one was this consistent trend. Obviously, we can see how important this was and how picture perfect the sell limits were. As we can see, every time it hits this level, you're selling off 20%, you're selling off 25%, 30%, and then again, another 22%. So a lot of supply near the $33 limit. We've broken this heavily now. Now, for those of you that have missed out on Atom and are feeling a little bit of FOMO, which don't lie to me, I know you are because this trade's been banging so far. If you're looking to still get into this, I think there's still a lot of room for you to get in. Not necessarily buying these highs, but buying when we come back to a demand zone, because I guarantee you, you're not alone in missing out on Atom. There's a lot of other people who have also missed out on this trade and want to get back in. So if we can come back down to any relevant point of demand, I think Atom blows up again. So do not miss the opportunity if you see a retrace in Atom to get back into it. All right, that's Atom. We got to move a little bit faster. I don't know I can't tell how much time I've spent in the stream so far. When did I start? 2:55. All right, it's been, I already know, it's been 1 hour exactly. 1 hour exactly. We're on track. You guys got 30 more minutes with me. I'll try to finish these out. And then Harmony One is the next one. So my top coins, I should emphasize this in the beginning. My top coins, BNB, MATIC, CRV, Atom 1, outperformers, outperforming the majors, outperforming Bitcoin, outperforming Ethereum, everything. They are the best coins in the market right now to own, and they have retraced their lows the quickest. Atom being the one I was the most surprised with because I was underwater on Atom for quite some time, and now we're not. So take it with how you will. Let's go into Harmony One now. I'm just going to take off all my chart settings here. Harmony One for a very long time was one of my favorite coins. It still is one of my favorite coins too. Harmony One has a great ecosystem. I think it is the most, Harmony One is the most active blockchain ecosystem right now. I think the devs are like, they edit their project or add something new to the project every 2 days or something. Like, it is, they're killing it. They're killing it. That's what I love to see in these projects. Anyways, Harmony One, very easy analysis here. Consistent supply zone at 20 cents. People were selling it. They didn't believe it was going to break through. And then you break out, retest. This happened on BNB. And then you have December 4th. So the crash, and this was cool to look at because the crash did not treat Harmony One all that well. Harmony One dropped almost lost half its value in 10 days. Half your value in 10 days is insane, especially when you're on a project this strong. Those are dips to buy, and we did buy those dips. I think we bought it at, I want to say we bought this at 17 cents. Then we put in the dip buys. Let's collect clout. Or was it 17 and 4 cents? Yeah, so I don't know what day this was. I think it was the 11th. December 11th. Oh, right here. Right here. So again, December was only good to us because we were buying dips. Buy the dips, get paid. That's how it happens. Now, one of the most recent dips were, I think it was yesterday or 4 days ago. You obviously break out from the same level that you were selling from. 20 cents is a very strong key level here. You break out, break down, break back out, and then you come down. And then as of 3 days ago, you retested, and now you're up. I mean, Harmony One's up 15% for the day, 22% from the bottom. This is the same thing with MATIC. a strong token, I think you need to own it. It needs to be a part of everyone's portfolio. Strong devs, strong project, strong utility. I've never used the bridging system on Harmony One. I've heard a lot about it, and it's not something I actually plan on using because I have no use case for it yet, but it's been absolutely killer. A lot of great reviews. This needs to be in your portfolio. Chart is on fire right now. The next places where we can see sell volume coming in is probably, actually, this is fairly obvious here. Yeah, look at this. So this is most likely literally at current price. Again, when people ask me, should I be buying this token? And I go and look at said token and it's up 15, 20% for the day. It's almost like as much as I like the token, this is normally where people take profits into it. If you can get a retrace, even if it's well, how much is this? 5%, buy at a 5% retrace. If you get 10%, please stack your entire position. If Harmony One has enough strength to break out here and you retest, then you're full position at 27. So you have several different levels here to get in. I don't care where you buy Harmony One. Honestly, you can buy it right now, and I think you're completely fine going into Q1 for 2022. So again, BNB, MATIC, CRV, Atom, Harmony One, the top bangers right now. My heavy investments. It's hard to miss. Last time I told you guys what I was buying on the dip. Where is it? Last time I told you guys what I was buying on the dip, I got so many questions. What was I buying? I'm telling you guys. I highlighted it. I said it can't be. I don't know how much more clear I can be. I'm only saying this because I think I got like 10 DMs this day. I know it's 6 to 10 or something. I got a lot of DMs asking what I was buying during the dip. I'm telling you right now what I'm buying. And it's not even a dip right now. We're still, most of these are up for the day. These are what you should be exposed to. If you're not exposed, slowly buy in over time. These are going to be strong assets. Okay, we finished off the main coins, the font 21s. Let's get into the sub coins. It is so at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is when, at least 10 minutes before then, I'll start taking your guys' questions. So let's get into the next one. ENJ, gaming token, and a lot of the narrative going into 2021 or 2022, sorry, is gaming. And I think the reasoning behind this was user ratios. The user ratio from gaming tokens is a lot higher for obvious reasons. More people are playing these, blockchain video games rather than, bridging and data storage on AVAX, right? So the narrative right now is gaming tokens should outperform once again in 2022 because of the user ratios. More people use these, there's more utility, better investments, right? And when it comes to gaming tokens, ENJ is just one of my favorite. I know it's blasted off and done like, I think a 30x or something. It's in a 20x. Strong coin. And I don't think I bought much back then. And I regret it because I didn't know about ENJ until it blew up. This is my opportunity to get back in it. ENJ, we bought it at the dip again, 200 EMA. One of the best, is someone correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is the best looking, this might be the best looking gaming token in the market. We'll go to Sand. I don't know. I think Sand's fucked. Yeah, I'm not buying this one. I like buying, you guys know my strategy. I like buying near the regression of the mean, which is the PB/EMA. This one's fine right now. I think this is like a fine buy today. You could buy this right now and be okay. Because my average is 16% away. So I guess decently far, but if you can get somewhere near $2.30, you're fine. I think that we get this relief bounce sometime soon. Anyways, this is my favorite gaming token. Next to BAT, but I don't know how much you can consider BAT a gaming token. It's more like a Web3 asset. So I keep BAT out of those. As far as gaming token goes, if I'm playing gaming, cryptos, blockchain gaming, it's going to be ENJ. On to the next Anchor DeFi protocol. This one has piqued my interest a tad bit more because one of my goals for 2022 is to invest more in a decentralized finance and get more into the DeFi protocols. Anchor being one of them that offers one of the best incentives, which is a 20% yearly reward on stables, which is insane to begin with. So if I can make 20% a year sitting in USDT, that's not going to fluctuate in price. Yeah, that's something I want, right? So Anchor on my list for that reason. I know Curve Finance does it. I don't think the APY rates are as much, but Anchor on my list for that reason. Also, Anchor sitting within exactly where I like to buy it. It sits within the PBEMA, the regression of the mean here, right? As we can see, buying near this, pay it off every time. So I like to play when my probability is the highest. My probability is the highest at the current price. What is it, 10 cents right now? Best right now on Anchor. So Anchor, I'm not exactly looking to make a lot of money off of Anchor itself, but I think the play here, and I'll post about this probably on Sunday when I do my report, or tomorrow, is buying Anchor and then staking Anchor to make some type of passive income, because that's something I want to do for you guys a little bit more. We make a fuck ton of money trading spot and futures. Let's get you guys into some passive, right? Let's get you guys into some like weekly passive income stuff. Be pretty sick if you ask me. So Anchor, one of them to watch, because I think if we buy the Anchor token and we take Anchor onto the Anchor protocol, we can then stake it for, I don't know, 200, 300% APY, do it for like a month or so. Obviously not as low risk, but something that we should, because we can get Anchor at a discount. Okay, that's Anchor. I know, Jesus Christ, I said the name so many times. I liked a lot, especially at current prices, 10 cents. I think we're fine on it. Your lower deviations aren't too far here. Good buy zone. And then we're gonna go over Near protocol. Not one I own, okay? I don't own this, and I wish I did, because the narrative is like constantly being slammed right now. And there was so many great points at where I could have bought it, but didn't. So let's look at this. This is one way you guys charting on your own can determine where you should be buying. Identify a key zone where the price could not break, right? Over time, when it comes back up to the zone, if you were buying anywhere within the range down here, then you start selling up here. The next thing is, as soon as you understand that price is now accumulating and holding above a key previous supply zone, this is turned into demand. This means people are buying at the previous level they're selling at. We can see this here. They start buying at where they were selling before. And obviously I missed my opportunity here. This is where I could have started buying, because it was, picture perfect again. Absolutely beautiful. And even if I missed this, I could have came back and looked at Near, and it's on the daily 200 EMA, and then you blow up 119%. So a little regret not buying this one, but I think it's strong, and that's why it's on the list, because the narrative is breaking out again, and the coin is breaking out again. A lot of people talking about this one. One of the main things here is, check this out, and this is in the real-time price. Obviously a ton of supply here at $13 even. As we can see, this candle, obviously someone bought a lot, right? This is the event of these massive candles is a market buy. So when market buys probably 20x what the normal daily volume ratio is, and all of the limits up to $18 are selling, right? And normally these books fill out, which it did. It's almost filled out now. The best thing about the Near chart is it's holding above the previous, I think this previous all-time high. Yes, previous all-time high. It's holding above the previous all-time high. And why do I like it holding above the previous all-time high? Because look what it did last time. This is previous all-time high. It holds above previous all-time high and then doubles in value. We're doing the same thing right now. I would actually love for a retrace in this. I like to buy discounts. Normally don't like to buy when they're up. I don't know how much it's up right now. When it's up 14%, I think it's probably fine for us. I'll set my alerts here just so if this evidently does occur, we'll be able to get in on this price. But I would love a small retrace. Maybe we can form, a falling wedge here. This would be beautiful. Something like this. That would be where I would want to buy into, because we can get the rejection and then we can break out again. Love it. And the Near ecosystem is building out. I don't know too many people who are inside of the Near ecosystem, but it's been building out and the chart looks great. On to the next one. Final one, IOTA. So that's like 8 of them now. IOTA, I like a lot because it hasn't really had expansion yet. I want to go over Bitcoin in a bit. Just like I want to finish up the stream on Bitcoin to tell you like what I'm going to do today with it, because of January 1st, I concluded my win rate for December. So I'm ready to start hitting these trades again. Anyways, IOTA, again, near the PB200 EMA, this is where I love to buy these tokens. These are near the regression of the mean, right? This is where boom, 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 two things near the regression of the mean, where they always pop off again. Standardly, this is where you can say the fair value of the market is. People like to buy at fair value, not at massive increases in price. I think, I don't know what the exact deviation is here. 7% anchor, or sorry, IOTA. IOTA at current price, I think is a good buy. I think that you can get away with buying it right now. However, over the next month, I think you'll probably get some better prices because we've shown over time, look at this level, that it can't break. I don't know what this is, 150. At 150, price can't break. And this has been happening for, I don't know how long. Last 100 days, price can't break this level. Now, the day it does is when we start getting our expansion because previous suppliers become demand marks price up, and then you get expansion. Keep this on your watch list. And I think buying $1.40 right now, completely fine because you can buy it again at 130, 10 cent loss or 6% loss on each of your equity shares. Completely fine with me, at least. So pre-breakout, a lot of my main tokens, the BNB, actually not BNB, but MATIC has already done its breakout pattern. CRV, it's already done its breakout pattern. These are some we can buy before the major breakouts. So keep IOTA on the watch list. And I'll also be sending these out in Crypto Archive when I buy these, at which price I buy these at, and when I'm ready to get them. Okay, that is everything I want to go over. Subcoins, main coins. I think I wanted to go over ETH because ETH in the flippening for 2022. When I reference flippening, I'm referencing the event when the market cap for Ethereum overtakes Bitcoin. I don't know how far it is now. I think it's like a 2x or 3x. But if you want just something safe to get into, obviously the majors are normally the safe protocols or the safe coins to get into. One reason I like Ethereum a lot is Ethereum is sitting on what I always like to buy near, 200 EMA, and you always get the bounces, and you got this falling wedge on ETH. Looks absolutely beautiful. I don't expect it to break out today or tomorrow because there's so much supply here. So you'll probably get a better price down here. But if you're looking for long term, not bad at all. The only thing you're doing is buying it near the high of the day. Okay, next up, DeFi Pulse. We're almost at 100 billion locked in DeFi. The reason I want to go over this is because the dominance for DeFi has been taking over quite a bit. A lot of the whales who've been taking over, taking a lot of profits throughout the markets have been putting them into DeFi and making passive income on them now. Curve, and I think it's CVX. Here it is, Convex. Curve and Convex have been like the outperformers for these DeFi protocols. Now, over the next month, my goal is to get more of you to invest in these because this is more passive income. This isn't you having to look at your futures every day. This is you making a nice 20, 30% every 6 months, or maybe every quarter, depending on what we're staking, right? So this is what I wanted to get you guys in, because this is truly a goal of mine. More so is with all the money we've made in 2021, we got to put it somewhere. So you're either taking profits, putting in your bank, you're buying a house with it, you're buying another asset, or you're putting it into something that will create passive income from something that you used your active income to produce. So this is where we're going to go with it. Most likely CRV, most likely CVX. So if you guys want to look at if you want to do some of your own analysis before I start telling you what I'm getting into, go to DeFi Pulse, check out where all the locked USD is, because this is the key. Where the majority of the locked USD is, this is where the safe protocols are. You got 17 billion in Maker, 15 billion in Curve Finance. These aren't going to rug pull you. You can safely place your investments in these and make a passive income. If you can make 20% passive a year, yeah, I'm going to do something like that. I mean, it's beautiful to have stuff like that sitting in the background, making you money while you're making the more risky trades on your futures. All right, I think we are near. I want to go over Bitcoin for the last one. For people that are using the PBEMA, I wanted to reference the best time frames, and I've gone over this a few times: 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, and weekly. Pretty much all you're going to need. as you approach certain levels, like with Bitcoin right now, what we want for Bitcoin, for those that weren't here in the beginning, is we do want Bitcoin to fall under the major supply or the major demand. As soon as we break demand, stop losses ensue. When stop losses ensue, liquidity is produced. When liquidity is produced, more market makers can come in and scoop it up, because what they're looking for is more volume for them to acquire. You can't acquire volume at all levels. You need liquidity that's produced. So you manipulate price and you produce more for yourself to enter. So as we can see on the 1 hour PPEMA, you get a fair amount of rejections, as previously this was being held up as the major market retrace, right? Previously, when we broke out of this, you come down, you retrace and you blow up. You come down, you retrace and you blow up. And then, as I said in the beginning, we had our triple top. The daily 200 EMA on the top here rejects you down. You break this and it becomes supply now. So once you break the 200 on the 1 hour, you're going to look at the 4 hour 200 and wait for that one. So those are all of the coins. I'll put ETH on here too, because I went over ETH, so we know. BNB, MATIC, CRV, Atom, 1 ETH, just my main tokens right now. It's my main portfolio build. I'll end up buying a lot more if price falls here. Sub coins to look at if you're looking for gaming tokens. ENJ is the one I prefer. If you're looking to get more into DeFi and you already have exposure to CRV, Anchor is the one to look at. If you're looking at a new, fresh ecosystem with fresh ideas, there is a Near protocol. And then you have IOTA, which is just a stagnated chart at the moment and hasn't had its expansion move. So when it does have its expansion move, a lot of people FOMO in, will create that artificial buying pressure and mark price up again. Okay, we got 15 minutes left. It's your guys' time now. I've done everything I want to talk about. I'm going to open up the window real quick. We'll go over, I want to do NFTs because I think NFTs are hot. At least I think that they're building up right now again. If anyone has NFTs I'm going to look at, I got a bunch of money in my MetaMask to start buying more. I don't want to buy the same ones I have, but okay, let's do it. So I'm gonna start taking your guys' coins. We'll do 5 of them. we'll do 5 of them. I'll say no to some of them because if I know the chart is shit, I don't want to look at it. But all right, send me your coins. If I see the same coin get listed like 3 times in a row, I'm just gonna put that on there. And if you have an NFT you want me to look at, send the link to the OpenSea page, maybe their website. Then we'll look at that. Dano said ETH. We already did ETH. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do the same coins. I see DOT several times. So DOT, actually, I'm happy to go over DOT. We got DOT. I see loop ring, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. All right, 1 inch it is. Yeah, stream will be posted on YouTube. LRC, KDA. We'll put LRC on here. I made a bag. Yo, shout out the boy. I made a quick little bag off LRC. Where is he at? Shout out Glacier Boy. I don't know what the price is at right now. Maybe it's... Anyways. I made a quick 3 banger off LRC, so we'll go over it again. Hopefully make another one. VChain. We'll do VChain. What else do you guys want to look at? I see Swampverse. We'll look. We'll do the tokens first, NFTs after, because more of you are interested in the coins rather than the NFTs. So we'll do the NFTs at the end, so those who don't care can leave. Let's see. I see XRP, Wax, XR. Jesus Christ! All right, y'all spamming XRPs. We've got to put XRP in here, and then I'll do one KuCoin coin. Give me a KuCoin coin that's not anywhere else. I saw a few. I think it was Wax and VRA. I like Wax and VRA. Maybe those. Rose. Oh, Rose. Yes, I do like Rose. So we'll have more than 5. Rose and Sol. I've heard a lot of people talk about Sol. I don't know what it is. We will look at it. Okay, I think that's gonna be it. Go Chain. I've done Go Chain. I invested in Go Chain hell long ago. I don't know what it's at now. S Fund. Okay, we'll do RNDR. There we go. This is all of them. Rose. No, wait. Soul, I think, is on KuCoin. If it's not, then fuck you, whoever told me to look at it. We'll do RNDR because I've heard about it a lot. And we'll do the same guys putting the same token in several times. They're cheating. I need somebody, multiple people to do it. Dapt, Eagled. Blue Dapt, fuck it. All right, whatever. All right, this is like just gonna be speed coins. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna check something. Hold on. I'm just editing something in my port right now. What was one at? One is breaching supply. Oh, hold on. Let's sell. There's a tad bit. ML1. I'll come back to it later. I think we're good here. All right, we good. All right, let's go for you guys' coins. I'm done. Stop asking me coins. Dude, all right, I see you guys are spamming with NFTs too, so we got a bunch to look at. Anyways, time to go over. First one's DOT, which I'm happy to go over because DOT is, I don't know if it's the underperformer, but it definitely has an outperformed, I'll tell you that. Let's remove this. Find key demand, or is price getting bought up before? Consistently here. Also is in conjunction with our 200 EMA. Now let's go macro. Let's go micro here. Let's figure out where it sells off. And this is very consistent, very easy too. We'll do a 1 hour time frame. So the main thing on DOT's macro outlook is, unfortunately, with the rest of the market moving 20, 30% from the lows and holding, right? They held their levels. You know, DOT got its 30% pump and gave back nearly half of it, which isn't the best sign because I want to see that people are staying in this token and people are going to continually hold the supply they have. Unfortunately, that's not what happened here. And it's truly been underperforming, especially underperforming Atom. Because I bought this with Atom. And this is where a lot of the majority of the supply is too. And these can be good shorts. And I don't talk about shorting enough because there's a natural bull. And I quite literally only short if I need a hedge. I think bears make, actually it's statistics. Bears make 2 times less than bulls. It is, and we'll go over that if you guys want me to literally explain it. And with the mathematics, bears always make 2 times less than bulls. There's a reason I don't short. Anyways, I think this is actually going to be my play here on DOT. If we can get some type of bullish divergence. And bullish divergence on the RSI down here. We'll go even smaller. We'll go to 1 hour time frame. So broke over the last relative high, which is actually really good for us. So let's show you guys this more clearly so you can understand. Broke these relative highs, which were previously giving us a lot of supply, as you can see. Sells off every time, fairly heavily too. I mean, it's selling a 5 to 6% on the micro frame. We break out of this level here. We break out of this level here. And it's also the 1 hour 200 EMA, the PV EMA, as I like to see. Breakout, retest. If you are micro trading, I think that you can get away fairly soon with getting your entries on DOT. DOT isn't on my main buy coins anymore, at least going into the first quarter of 2022, because it doesn't have a chart that like excites me. We broke the 200 on the 4-hour and it didn't hold. Look at, we'll pull up Adam next to it. Look at this. And Adam's a champ. I want to see the strong coins in the market. I want to see the coins that break these levels and hold them. So look, at the same day, Polkadot was breaking out right here. How can I show this? Right here. Atom does the same thing, breaks its 200 on the 4-hour and then holds it. Strength. Buyers are strong. The narrative is strong behind this token. So you want to see behind your buys. Not so much with Polkadot. So $30 even. Massive supply zone. Very hard to break through this. You could get away with buying it right now. However, if you buy now, 25% of the position, mark the next 25 position at 27.22, and you just buy down the range. But there's a reason it's not in my top coins, and I don't like the chart all that much. So semi-bullish, micro time frame, bullish. You can probably make a nice play here. What would this be? A nice 4% play up to the next supply zone, because you're fairly close. You broke the relative one on the 1-hour, and you held at least, you have 30 more minutes to close the candle. You have 30 more minutes. Last 5 candles held. You can make a nice 4% play here. I'll set an alert to see if this actually works out, but this is not a coin that I choose for I hold some of it from 26. It's pretty much at my entry right now. So not an outperformer, but looks good. Micro, if you're looking to scalp, you can probably scalp longs here. Okay, there we go. That is DOT. Not my favorite, but I think the narrative is strong. I like the ecosystem. Now 1 inch. Funny coin, 1 inch is. Oh, I wanted to show you guys how to use SSL, this line. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'll show you guys another time. Anyways, 1 inch. I saw so many people trading 1 inch over the last week, and I don't know why. I think it might have just been a good setup for longs, but obviously you have your demand at the low of the range. 4-hour 200 EMA. I think you guys were shorting it. If I'm not mistaken, you guys were shorting 1 inch. I'm almost certain you guys are shorting 1 inch, and I assume it's because of this, which worked out in your. Was it 1 inch? It might have been sushi. No, you guys are shorting sushi. Yeah, different coin. Anyways, I see a lot of people buying 1 inch on like Twitter and stuff, and I see a lot of people posting about it. I'm gonna be real honest with you. My thesis behind owning this token is not strong. You have a consistent demand for the last year though, but truly, I don't know why you would buy this. It's 200 days of demand. You've lost every key level. I don't know. It looks like a shit coin. It truly looks awful to me. Does not look like something I would put my money into. You know, maybe it performs well and you can get a 30% pump up into the daily 200. But I guarantee you, if 1 inch is pumping 30%, the rest of the market is going 60 to 100%. So not a coin I want to touch whatsoever. Short sushi, long 1 inch. 1 inch is, I don't know where sushi's at. It's probably in a better position. No, sushi looks bad too. I don't even know why people look at these coins. These are the scam coins, by the way. I don't know. Look at this shit. You see these wicks? Good luck. Not a coin I want to buy. Let's do LRC next. Oh, LRC looks so good. So it's kind of like what sand looks like right now. You got one of the easiest trends to identify here. You can probably even tighten this up. Now this one looks beautiful because the dailies is just in this massive flag right now. It's getting a little extended, so you need to have your breakout sometime soon, but wow. And your demand is really close too. Yeah, you could buy LRC. You could buy LRC now. Yeah, the weekly is about it. Oh, the weekly oscillators are closing out. They're turning bullish. Looks good. Not a top coin of mine, but does look good. All right, on to the next one. LRC VeChain. So many of you, I've gotten this request a lot over the last week. So VeChain actually was a strong candidate for my portfolio until this until this happened in December. Lost 50% of its value and is still at minus 50%. What is it? All time? It's down 70%. Who uses VeChain anymore? I don't know. So when we get to these coins that have broken a major trend on the daily time frame, I got to go micro, which means I go to lower time frames to understand what the lower time frame outlook is, because the high time frame outlook is not favorable whatsoever. Yeah, VeChain coming up to supply. I mean, you have double confluence for supply here, and I'm sure the oscillators might agree. Oscillators both agree. Overbought range again. You know, VeChain, if anything, if I was to short, VeChain is a short. Because you have demand picks up, oh, wrong one. Demand picks up several times, 1, 2, then you sell off, then you sell off. Oh, wrong one again. Then you sell off, boom, 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 boom. And you got a 200 above your head. The VeChain is probably a short. And this is easy invalidation, because if you're going to short this, this is exactly how you play it. Just like this, right? As soon as you break, if VeChain breaks over this level, exhausts all the supply, and then breaks the 1 hour, then you get out. A very easy invalidation trade. High time frames, I don't even want to look at it because it looks disgusting. When you get experienced enough trading, you'll be able to look at a chart and be able to determine whether this follows your standard thesis for a trade or does not. Like looking at VeChain immediately, I'm able to tell that this is not something that I would normally trade. It's sitting in like a no man's land zone with no real trend right now. The only trend I can see on maybe an 8-hour time frame is a bottom trend line. Maybe something like this where it bounces, but again, this standardly, this is not how I follow my trades. So macro outlook, you got your trend here. Unfortunately, if you break this trend, it looks ugly and VeChain is probably dead. But you had volume shelf. So if you are a buyer, you're at 70% lower prices than all-time high. If you're a buyer, you're buying now, right? If you're a micro outlook, you might want to look into shorts. All right, that's VeChain. On to the next one, XRP. And I might have the same initiation with XRP. Yeah. So it's the same thing. We were trading XRP heavily. We trade the token when it looks good, and we don't hold it forever because we don't marry these coins. We trade them, we profit, and we throw them to the dumps. Because I was trading XRP back at $1. Let's see, when was the last time I traded XRP? This was back when I was in New York. $11.10, yeah, November 10th, and price was at the top. Oh my God, it's a beautiful thing to see. Hey, sold 50% at the top. You love to see it at the fucking top of the range, the literal top candle. Collect my clout. Anyways, same thing with VeChain. It broke a major trend. My thesis when I trade is I want to buy strong and hold strong, because strong continues throughout time and time again. When I buy weak, I get lackluster results. Like, what was I buying? Cake. Like, Cake was so weak. I lost like 30% on Cake. It was just now because I was buying a weak coin hoping for a bounce. Unfortunately, XRP is weak. Again, my thesis is I need it at least a little bit closer to the 200 so I can get a breakout, buy it above, need a retest. You got a little bit of demand below it. Let's check out the 4 hour. And the 4 hours, and you get disgusting rejections from this. Boom, and then you get your breakout. And then what is this? Santa rally ends. Santa rally ends, and then you lost everything. So it was looking all right. It was looking all right. And then Santa rally ends, Bitcoin drops 10%. We start selling, and then it just destroys itself. So yeah, it's truly when you find your edge in trading, you look at the chart for 30 seconds max, you know if this is something you want to own or not. So XRP, I'll look at it again when it hits a different level. Maybe XRP Bitcoin looks better. Maybe this can be a better idea. No, it doesn't. Oh God. No. Sorry, guys. Sorry, XRP was Rose. So Rose is strong, and I can guarantee you this. Rose is so fucking strong. I think it's at all-time highs today. Now, as much as I don't want to do it, you know, buying all-time highs in this range might not be the worst idea, but you're in an all-time rising wedge, which is inevitably bearish, right? So you drop from the wedge. I'm gonna start saying, because this is something I want to own. All right, this is a coin I do in fact want to own. So I'm gonna set a few alerts because I want to buy some more of this. I think I'm very underexposed to this asset. So I'm gonna set 2 alerts. Unfortunately, it's not in the zone I want to buy yet. During the dip though, it certainly was. During the dip, you had gotten above, boom, 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 a ton of supply here, flip the supply, and now the buyers are demanding price where the supply was selling. And that's where I should have bought it. Didn't, unfortunately, and it's okay to miss these, but I needed to retrace because it is a literal straight up since then. I'll look at small caps, but our time is running out. Okay, dude, you guys are shilling the fuck out of Sol. I don't know what this is. Let me say, I don't know what this coin is. Is this on KuCoin? Yeah. I have a line on the chart though. I got a random ass line on the chart. I did not put this there. So at least, I guess I knew about Sol a while ago. I did not trade this though. I can guarantee you I never bought this. This is whatever this line was. Hey, perfect, because this is where the supply was. Boom, boom. I should have bought it back then because it looks like it's blown up since. Look at that. That actually wasn't this wouldn't have been a bad trade. It's up 4x. It's up 4x since October. Someone told me about that. I can guarantee you. One of you told me about this, and I probably tried charting it, and then I just like gave up that night and didn't want to look at it. That's when you got it. Ethan's ATM. Honestly, Ethan, you were probably the one that told me to look at this coin back then. I forgot what I told you, but hopefully I told you it looked good because it certainly did. All right. As far as Phantasm now, like how does it look now? It looks really strong. I mean, look at the reactions here. Sometimes all you're going to need is the PVEMA, because look at the reactions, beautiful buying zones across the board. What is that for the day? 33% for the last week. Looks fantastic. Honestly, I would buy this one. I have no idea what it does, and I would still buy it. Give me the retrace. Give me the retrace at $2.80, and I'll buy it. Why? Because a retrace of this level is going to prove to me that the previous supply turns to demand. I'll buy it. Hopefully it doesn't bust to all-time highs. It looks like a great coin. Very strong. Very strong. Unfortunately, I wish I bought it in November. All right, RNDR. I've heard about this one as well. I need to add, hold on. This needs to go on my watch list. Okay, RNDR. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. This looks like ENS. Watch this. ENS, USDT. Boom. Look at that. They look identical. Look at that. Anyways, I don't know what this is. So let me rephrase something real fast. A lot of these coins, you do not need to know what the fuck they do to make money on them. It helps. And why does it help? Because if you know more about the investment, right, you'll build your conviction. And part of making the big money in trading is having conviction and holding until your conviction pays off. Buying Luna at $4, holding to 100, that's conviction. Unfortunately, I was selling along the way, but it's an example. Anyways, RNDR, whatever it does, not matter. All we need is a chart to look at here. Let's go to the 1 hour. Obvious major supply, and then you have massive massive breakout day. And unfortunately, something we don't want to see is this slow burn back through demand. So unfortunately, what happened here is the previous demand that was holding this level up was completely lost. All of the buyers left and actually never bought it again. It held up for maybe a week and fucked itself. That's not what you want to see. Like literally, look at this. Like supply, 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 supply. Where are the buyers? Not what you want to see. Bad, very bad. I'll set an alert because I don't want to buy at the lows here. There's a few good green flags you can say is this looks like a low float. By the way, these wicks, this looks like it's a very, very low float and able to be moved. We could all probably buy RNDR right now and pump this. I'm not saying to do that. Please, SEC. I'm not saying to pump this, but we probably could. Just by looking at the wicks, I can tell you this is probably a lower cap coin. The only thing going for it is, in fact, that it's holding this low at $4.50. The round numbers, just like that. So I will buy this over this. And what is this going to be? I will buy, if it pumps 10% and it can show me buyers again, I will buy this above $5. Other than that, I don't care about this 7% discount. But go for it. You get a 7%. I mean, you get a more than 7%. You get a 40% discount from all-time high. So go crazy if you believe in token. Unfortunately, my confidence in this coin is lower than normal because I don't know what it does. It probably does something, I'm guessing, by the name RNDR. It's like a render, like a metaverse thing. So it probably had its metaverse hype and then it died out. I'll buy it above $5. We had 2 more coins to go over. One more, DAPPT. DAP.com. I've actually traded this one. I'm not sure what's going on with the EMAs. This looks like a buy to me. Just immediately looking at this, it looks like it's ready to pop again. Yeah. Where was the previous demand here? This one looks great. And only in the micro time frame, it looks like it's literally just ready to do the same thing it did here. Right? You have the falling wedge into a support level and it breaks out. This one actually doesn't look bad at all. Let's see if this gives us any hint of what's going on here. Yeah, so back in August, this held up fairly well. And then obviously December crash occurs and it loses a lot of its value. And this is what happens with these KuCoins. Lost a lot of its value and then you get the December rally into its massive pump. So this is also low float. These are a little bit riskier because with these, you're literally getting in 1 week up 100%, when the next week down 90%, right? It's going to be up and down battle. It looks great to buy. Out of the list, I like it. Okay, so we've done all of those. I hope I gave you guys some valuable information on the coins you liked. It is 13 minutes over how I want to go. I'm gonna look at one NFT project. There, shit. Okay, Stock God has spammed Lord Society NFT like 30 times. So let's let him win. Let's let him win. All right, look at it. Please don't like give me a fucking what the fuck. Okay, so one way for us all to, by the way, I'm done looking at coins, guys. So if you're not here to look at NFTs, you can dip out now. Anyway, one way for us all to understand if this is a solid project is look at the art. Because at the end of the day, you look at the art and that's what you're buying. So we'll get a social sentiment of everybody that's watching the screen. We'll look at some of the art and then y'all let me know. Y'all let me know if you fuck with it. Because if the majority don't fuck with it, the majority won't buy it. If the majority doesn't buy it, it's not going to go up. It kind of looks like Cannabis Society, Stoner Cannabis Society. Kind of looks like their art. Mids. Okay, so the general consensus is you guys don't like it. Fair enough. Let's read the roadmap. Quality comes first. Their goal is to build an insightful community with useful utilities. All right. NFT staking. I like it. This is the number 2 on the roadmap. Has this happened yet? This shit better be happening. I don't know when this, bro. What the fuck? Breed your lord. Breed your lord and create a junior lord. The junior lord doubles. They said literally doubles your numbers of lore tokens per day. Casino development. They already have land and mana metaverse. You can gamble all the tokens your baby lord gives you. Casino rewards. Merchant series. The artist. Meet the artist taking this 3D art screen of blockbusters into the Lord of the Lords. The Lord Society is brought to you by our digital artists as they become the most wanted by highly influential media giants in the world. Josh, no, red flag, boys. Who sees the red flag right here? I'm not saying it's a very big red flag what's going on right now. Very big red flag. But what I like to see, first off, is this a real guy? Is this real? You said this guy was the most, where is it? As our digital artist became the most wanted for the highly influential. Okay, if that's true, where the fuck is he? Where is he? This is the first thing that comes up. I should see like, look at this. Like if I go to images, I should be able to see like the dude's art. Fucking what the fuck, dude? And also they should have doxed him. I would have been like, yo, this project's kind of cool because they got John Isaac Daniel in a picture of him on the artist page. That's dope because your main selling factor with this NFT is by telling me that the artist is most wanted by the most highly influential media giants in the world, but you won't show me a picture, nor does the name pop up. You could have like lied and like gave me like a real dude. What the fuck? Anyways, maybe I don't know, maybe the project's good. What the fuck, dude? No. They got banned? Where the fuck did it go? Oh, it's right here. Do they have Twitter? Sorry. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so the project looks garbage. I'm sorry. And like this isn't like an attack on you for showing me this. I just want to give you my honest opinion. They have hella likes though and retweets. Maybe they got good social presence. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I think. The only thing I can see this project working with is like these characters could be used in like a sandbox. Other than that, I don't know. I'm not an NFT guy, so I can't give you like the best information possible, but that's just my first outlook. It looks fucked. I'll look at one more. The time is up, by the way. I gotta leave soon. Crypto Moris. Crypto Moris I know are legit. Crypto Moris are legit. Ethereum homies are y'all spamming. Hey, we got a docs. An actual docs. Look at this. This is what's up, man. This is what I like to see. I like this. I see your face. You're held accountable. Your girlfriend's face is in here too. Get your full name. That's what's up. I don't know why that's something I look for in these projects, but like when you can easily like rug pull and no one's held accountable, it's like, I want to know someone's like held accountable. So the art isn't like as dope, but the roadmap, I would expect this roadmap gets completed faster than the other one. This doesn't look bad. This one's all right. I kind of like this one. Are these the NFTs? Are these the Ethereum dudes? That's what's up. That's what's up. You can move them into sandbox avatars. That's what's up. Yeah, this one's pretty sick. I like it. I like this one. Low floor. Low floor. They're probably not all minted. The art's not the best, but the dude's doxed. We'll do one more. One more, Flower Girls. What the fuck? Yo, this is pretty sick. I like the art. I like the art. Not bad. For sure. Honestly, it looks like they spent a lot of time. There was time spent doing this artwork. This looks hand-drawn. Handcrafted. Yeah, this look. I like to see work put in. They put in a lot of work. They hand drew them all. Yeah, that's dope. 10K supply though. Key elements. Look, I'm not like an NFT guru, but key elements to a good NFT project: less than 7,000 supply, doxed devs, strong community, and they're finishing portions of the roadmap. Boom, that's it. Crypto tuners, guys, the crypto tuners have blown up. All of our cars are destroyed. Invisible friends. Oh, this is, I've talked about this already, but this is the one. This is a good place to end it. If I don't get an invisible friend, it's over. It's over. I'm probably be upset for the next month. Look at these. Time spent, solid art. Now look, I know I said the devs need to be doxed, but if the artwork is this dope, I don't give a fuck who made it. I'll buy it, bro. I'll buy this. They spent time on making these GIFs. They can be fucking off in Pakistan. I don't give a fuck. These, as soon as I saw these on Twitter, I was like, yeah, I'm buying these. But it's, holy shit, are these popular? These are very, very popular. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe you can get them. I don't know. They release in February. These aren't dropped yet. Oh shit. Skolton, who is one of the guys in chat, very experienced in NFTs, 10x my experience. Apparently, if you hold this project and this project, you get whitelisted on that project. So you gotta spend $2 grand on one of these. You gotta spend 1.7K on one of these. What the fuck? So if you own one of these, look at this. Less than 10,000 supply. They're not money hungry. They're out here to make a good project. Motherfuckers with 10,000 supply are destroying their own projects. There's not going to be 10,000 different holders. There's not going to be 5,000 different holders. It just saturates the supply so hard. And seriously, like, I think it's such a bad idea for, this is awesome to see. So this is from the same creator as Invisible Friends. That's awesome. That's why their floor price is so high. G falls. All right, guys, I think we're done here. I think we've done everything we got to do. We'll look at Bitcoin for the last second. Put BNB back up here. So that's what I'm going to be looking at. Probability here, BNB does get a rejection, so you probably get a better entry. It's probably the same thing with Bitcoin as well. Probably the 30-minute 200 is probably on top of it. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, there we go, guys. That is the stream. All right, I don't know if I missed anything. I think that's it. DeFi pulls, did some NFTs, did your coins, told you what I'm buying, my main buys. And then other than that, we're chilling. You'll probably get a better price on BNB. It sucks that a lot of coins are in supply zones right now, like Bitcoin's in supply, Binance in supply. Hopefully the demand overtakes it, but the 100 people here, we won't be able to overtake it. So hopefully soon. So thank you, guys. I appreciate everyone stopping by for the first stream of 2022. Happy New Year's. I hope everyone has their vision board planned out. I think it's a very strong first step going into the new year, is understanding what your goals are going to be, how you're going to achieve them. Keep them straightforward. Don't keep them too complicated. Things that are achievable. And as the year moves on, and as you complete your goals, add some new ones on. So an hour, it's almost 2-hour stream. 2-hour stream, guys. Thanks for stopping by for the entire thing. And if you got some good knowledge from this, if you learned something, let me know in testimonials in the Discord. Let me know how it went. So this is all being recorded, posted up on YouTube by tonight or tomorrow morning. If you missed anything, it will all be on there. If you missed anything crucial, don't worry. I'll be posting about it in Crypto Archive. I won't let you guys hang. Respect, guys. Love you all. Let's make 2022 our best year yet. Let's kill it once again. Peace out, guys.